For more content like this, log on to GibboPresents.com.
It's Gibbo, and right now I'm once again joined by a man who is one of the driving forces behind the Dutch champion sound Herbalize It and War in the East. It is Sultan. Sultan, how are you?
Gibbo was good, man. I'm here. What are you saying?
We are now only a few days away from War in the East 2016. Let Truth Prevail, which of course features I-Shence, Warrior, and Ma Gash. It goes down March the 26th inside Yam in Berlin. So let me start by asking, when did you first start to think about which sounds to include in this year's edition of War in the East? Was it Easter Sunday last year, or did you take some time to relax first?
Honestly, it was I think like a few months before, man. Before the War in the East last year. So, because right about now, we're already thinking and, throwing some names in the box for next year.
So,
but we keep it always, just in the team until we really, want to check the sounds out and ask them for the conditions and everything.
So talk to me about the thought process that you go through when coming up with the lineup. What factors do you take into account?
Well, of course, we're going to check out which sound is really hot right now. Who won? The thing is, when it comes to clashing, it's not like, just putting a few names in the box and, okay, we're having a clash. There must be something, like this year we searched for something like, obviously everybody know there's no US sound, no Jamaican sound, but we did it for a purpose, Right now we took like 3 European sounds, the top sounds, and, these are the guys making the most noise right now, so they deserve the spot, and that's what we're trying to do every year. Like last year we had jugglers, and, they deserved it after the breakup, and, and they went sky high after that, so these are the, aspects we're looking for.
So it was always your intention to make it an all-European lineup this year?
Not really, but when I came up with Warrior and like I-Shence, I couldn't go around Ma Gash, Same thing for, and no particular order, It's just saying in this order, but no, we couldn't go around them. These 3 sounds making the most noise. They didn't have the chance to clash each other in Europe. Not like in a war out like we have in right now, the format we have in right now. So yeah, that was actually was not even a plan. It just came up. It's like, they're making the most noise, so that's it.
When you're thinking of sounds, do you just think about individual sounds you want to include, or are you always thinking about matchups and who a certain sound would face off with?
Yeah, the matchup, definitely. Definitely, yeah. Because you need like a good opponent to have a good clash, Simple.
I-Shence, Warrior, and Ma Gash, talk me through why you chose each of the sounds. Tell me what they bring to the table and why you rate them as a promoter and a sound man.
Well, first of all the 3 sounds, I know them very, very well. I've been playing with them like for 10 years at least. So I know all the 3 sounds very well. And if you're looking at the European sound system culture and, you're looking at the timetable, like from 2010 until now, of course, 2010 still Supersonic had a little, it was still there. But after that, there was like a whole new generation stepped up. And these guys deserved it, especially I-Shence, because I-Shence is there from a long time, It's like a sound of my age, of Herbalize It, It's like 20 years in the business, I think. And, these guys took a little break, like from 2006 or 7 until a few years ago. And I always knew, because like I said, I've been playing with these guys on juggling parties for 10 years, so I know what they have in their boxes, Same thing for Warrior. Warrior's doing such a great thing, not only with his clashing even across the ocean, but also his dances in Germany, and he got his thing locked, the party called Jamaican Rum Night, like one of the best parties in Germany. So these guys deserve it. Ma Gash, they don't need no introduction. I mean, they made a lot of noise across the ocean, in America, in Jamaica, in Trinidad, everywhere. So yeah, it's time for them to shine. I mean, like, really to shine.
The clash, of course, takes place in Germany. Mattia is German, although he's not a native of Berlin. Do you think he will have a home crowd advantage on the night, or will this not be the case with so many people traveling in from other cities and countries?
No, not at all. Not at all. I think, actually, it's going to be hard for him because he was the winner of 2014. And the winner always got a hard time to come back, So
I'm guessing you've been speaking to him a lot as of late, and as you said, he's the 2014 champion. He didn't take part in last year's event. Does he see himself as the reigning champion?
I'm not sure, man. Should I ask him? I don't know. I really don't know. I think so, but yeah, you should ask him.
War in the East continues to grow as an event year after year, and having had the opportunity to attend a couple of times, I can say it's a unique atmosphere, different to any other clash that I've been to. For people who haven't been to a staging of War in the East before, can you describe the atmosphere and let people know about the venue and city, which are also unique?
Well, a War in the East, since 3 years, it's a weekend right now. It's not, we used to have it like just one night in the week. It was Saturday nights, always around Easter, by the way. And Enschede was a little bit too small, so we went for a good city, a city people would love to travel to, because we had already in the planning to make a 3-day event of it. So to go to a small town and to having a clash there, people are going to be bored. But in Berlin, it's so huge, and it's like during the day you got so many things to do for everyone. So that's like the perfect combination for us, because it's a night event. It's not like a day event. It's not like a festival, but it's like a night event. So people, if they want to keep themselves a little bit busy, Berlin is the perfect city. Which comes to the venue, Yam is like a well-known underground club next to the wall, next to the Berlin Wall. And it's like, a lot of tourists. And it's one of the biggest reggae clubs in Germany. So, well, the choice was quite easy. War in the East. The War in the East is a kind of event, like, it attracts a lot of sound boys from all over Europe, Sound Clash fans. And, like you said, you've been there. And even for me, like, I'm the promoter and I'm doing this since 2004. Even every year, I'm amazed about how people are, so committed to this War in the East event. Everybody's there. People who didn't see each other for 1 year. It's like a reunion. Like every year, all soundboys from all over Europe, from every corner, coming out and having a good time. And that's what we're trying to accomplish every year.
As you mentioned, it's a full weekend of events that gets underway on Friday night with Juggle in the East. Talk me through the lineup and introduce the contenders for the Anything Goes shootouts.
All right. And the Friday night, the Juggle in the East, we have Supersonic, of course, City Lock, and Herbalize It, like always. It's like our nights. This year, we invited Northern Lights from Italy. And they make a lot of noise too, so people pay attention, Northern Lights. But we try to do something special, because, we didn't want just to have like a juggle party. We try to bring it a little bit into the Clash atmosphere, but not too deep, because that's what we have the Saturday night for. So we decided to do a all-out shootout, just like Spider and me had like a few times, and that's like fun because it's like 40 minutes, 45 minutes max, you know, and you know, it's just, yeah, anything goes. And this year we choose for DJ Hagi, which is a young selector from the south of Germany, making a lot of noise too. I don't know what kind of noise, but he's making a lot of noise. He's a good producer. He's involved in the Jugglers City album, which is released today. And the other guy is also a selector from the east of Germany, and he's there quite a long time. And his name is Kid Gringo, also known from the Hackett Empire crew, from Ronnie Tretman, a famous German dancehall artist. So yeah, it's gonna be hot.
And then on Sunday night we have Berlin Unity Dance.
On Sunday night, the Berlin Unity Dance, and on Friday night we have a soca floor as well, with the soca twins, Barney Miller, D1 Jam Masters. So it's like, you know, we have 2 floors on Friday, and on Sunday it's like the Berlin's, all the Berlin sounds, is like a unity dance. We wanted to do a live concert, which was planned like the only live show on Mad Cobra's European tour, the only band show of Mad Cobra's European tour. But unfortunately, the tour got cancelled like 2 weeks ago. That's the plan. Next year, we're going to start from now, live artists on Sunday with band. So that's the concept. Friday night jogger party, Saturday night the Clash, and on Sunday the live concert and after party.
Before we finish, is there anything else you'd like to mention, or any information with regards to the weekends and the events that you would like to give out?
Well, lately I got a lot of questions about the pre-sale, because the pre-sale stopped like last Sunday, and I got a lot of questions. People, don't be afraid. We got enough tickets at the door. That's what we kept, like, enough tickets for people from far at the door. So just make sure you reach early when the doors open. You get your ticket. Simple. That's all I want to say.
War in the East 2016. Let Truth Prevail. I-Shence versus Warrior versus Ma Gash. It goes down Saturday, March the 26th at Yam in Berlin, courtesy of Herbalize It and Superlocked. Sultan, as always, thank you.
You're welcome, bro. Thanks.
Gibbo presents